Remember to keep that elbow 45 degrees, back stays nice and tight to the bench. If you want a little more, bring that opposite knee up to 90 degrees. If that's still not enough, bring them both up to 90 degrees. Just make sure to keep that back nice and flat when we do this. Next, we're gonna go into single arm rows. Nice flat back again, pulling the ribs and belly button into the spine, pulling from behind the shoulder blade. Then just make sure to get both sides. Again, start with both feet flat. That's easy. One knee comes up. Still easy. Both knees can come up. But again, don't sacrifice popping your back off the bench just to bring one or both up. And then we'll go back into those rows on the other side. Stay nice and flat here. Try to keep that standing leg relaxed too, just so we never lock it out when we go to pull. After that, we go into our flies. Back is flat as always. When you open, soft bend in the elbows. Make sure you're outside your pecs and not outside your shoulders. If you feel it too much in the front of your shoulders, we're probably a little too high. But after the flies, we're gonna sit up. We're gonna do some alternating front raises. So exactly what it sounds like. Squeeze that stomach, breathe out, extend that arm straight out in front of you. Palms in, thumbs up. Nice, slow, and controlled on the way up and down. Never swinging the weights. And make sure to breathe. After that, we're going into a regular bench press. Back is flat, both elbows at 45 degrees. I tried the 75 for you guys just to see if I would fail on camera, but it just said a little more pressure, so maybe next time I'll fail. We're doing 10 of these, and when you have heavy weights like this too, you see I put them on my knees, sit up like that. Just be careful when you're going heavy, especially when you're by yourself. But the next one we're gonna do are goblet squats. So you can use a dumbbell, you can use a kettlebell, you can use a medicine ball. Just grab it, rack it in that goblet position here. Remember to sit back in the heels every time you come down into your squat. Lead with the butt first, sit back down into it so the weight is in the glutes and in the heels. And then inhale down, exhale back up, inhale down, exhale back up, making sure that core is nice and tight the entire time. After that, stretch it out a little with some separators. Back is flat, you want more, bring the knees up to 90 degrees as long as that back stays tight to the bench. If you want even more core, you can extend those legs out. Just make sure you don't sacrifice arching in a low back to get those legs out or in tabletop. And then from here, we're gonna come up and we're gonna grab, again, kettlebell, dumbbell, medicine ball, your choice, or just body weight. But we're gonna get into a goblet squat hold. So again, load the glutes, sit the butt back, sit down in the heels, and weight stays pushed back. We don't want to start driving the knees forward so they start loading the knees and all in the quads here. Your quads are working, but when we're here too, make sure we're breathing, make sure that core is nice and tight, make sure that back is nice and flat. If you start rounding in your upper back, come up and reset or set the weight down. But same if you start hyperextending in the lower back. Come up, reset, or just set the weight down. I'd rather have you just work the legs without a weight. After that, push-ups. We can work on the negatives like this, from the toes or from the knees. Come down slow, come up however you can. We could also go from the knees as a modification, straight up, straight back down. We can come up for our regular push-ups on the toes, as long as elbows stay back at 45. You want to be fancy, add a little clap between, but we can do regular push-ups too. Elbows 45 degrees. After that, bent over rows. Come down as far as you can with that back flat. Breathe out, pull them up, pinch shoulder blades together. No flaring in the ribs or driving the hips forward to pull the weights up. And then from our rows, we're gonna stand up, go right into regular bicep curls. Knees stay relaxed. Torso is nice and tall, nice and long. Stomach is nice and tight the whole time, making sure both movements are controlled. Controlled on the way up, controlled on the way down. And that's it. Nice little holiday pump session.